Welcome to another interesting tutorial, dear creatives. In this tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful cape you see on the screen. It is very easy. We'll be using the 90-degree method. Okay, so if you do not know how to cut out a 90-degree, just follow suit. You will learn everything. It's a very simple method I want to teach you. So this is the fabric I'll be using. 1 yard of fabric will be enough depending on the length of the cape you want. For this particular length you see here, 1 yard of fabric will be enough. Okay, so note that we are cutting it out in double. The part that will be lined, you can join the fabric, but the part that will be up, you should not join the fabric. Okay, so we are proceeding to cut out the cape. This is the edge of our fabric. We'll be cutting out, this is the angle 90-degree edge, right? Can you see the fabric is not doubled? You don't need to double it while you are cutting out angle 90. Okay, so what we want to do here, we will just mark the angle 90 points, insert a straight line there, and then the next thing you want to do, you should have taken the round shoulder measurements, okay, of the client or of yourself. You should take the round shoulder measurement. For me, my round shoulder is 41 inches. So it's the 41 inches we want to insert on this one single fabric to get our 90-degree pattern. Okay, so after this line, the next thing we want to do, we'll be folding our tape into 2. Okay, this is 41. We divide the 41 into 2 on our tape this way and then insert it here. The midpoint of 41 is here. That is 20.5. 20.5 is here. Okay, 20.5 and 41 brings us here. Can you see? Here is 41. 41 we have marked. And then we go straight, we have marked. Then this part also we have marked. Okay, so we have simply marked the width of our sleeve. Okay, now to take the length of the sleeve from this point, we have to measure down. Let me re-emphasize this line. Okay, so we were to mark down the length of your cape. You can work with 7, 8, 9 or even 10 depending on how long you want the cape to be. Okay, for me, I'll be working with 9 inches. Okay, I'll be working with 9 inches, so I'm marking 9. Just take the 9 all around. So I've also connected the point. It's now time for us to cut out our cape. I added half an inch here and half an inch here, so I'm cutting out 42 inches in total. Before I join, I want to quickly show you how I'll be creating the knots. So for the knots, I'll be cutting out a fabric depending on how wide you want your knot to look. For me, I want the finished look to be having 2 inches in width, so I'm cutting out 5 inches. Okay, I'll be cutting out 5 inches of fabric in a straight format. So I'll simply cut out 5 inches by 5 inches. Okay, so I'll go over there and also sew this. I'll fold it like this and sew, then flip it over. So after joining this, we are having this. So now we have joined this and we are having this. Let's flip it over and see what we have on the inside. Okay, then we'll still come over here and join this here. Okay, we are done joining. So what we will do now, before we will join the other parts, we'll flip this over and then insert it. Okay, can you see what we are having now? And here I've simply cut out two, so I'm joining the fabrics together. Can you see? I cut out two of it, so I simply join together. Okay, I'll be starting from the hem area to join. Okay, after sewing it all around, I left a very little space here because of the hanging threads. I left a very tiny space here. I'll use this space and then turn it out. Okay, I'll start from this part. I know my target is to turn it out from the other small space. Okay, so I'm simply trying to turn it out just with my scissors. It's going to do the job. Okay, you can decide to use anything like this. Okay, so I've turned it out. I'll just go over to my ironing table now and press it down nicely before I continue. Can you see? We will trace the midpoints of this. So we'll trace the midpoint and mark. This is the midpoint. Here is the midpoint. Mind you, this is the wrong side. Okay. So I'll mark the midpoint. We'll be sewing on the right side. We'll be sewing on the right side. So look at the midpoint. So this very point is where I want to pleat now. I'll simply pleat. Okay. Okay, so I've inserted 3 pleats there. Just go over and just sew exactly on the marked midpoints. So I'm also done stitching there. The next thing we want to do, we will bring our prepared knot. We have already prepared our knot. Okay, remember, look at it. So what we'll have to do now is to insert this knot. Okay, we'll start inserting the knot from this edge. We'll insert just like this. Our target is to get to the midpoints. We are at the midpoint now, so we will arrange the knot. The moment we get to the midpoint, we will arrange it, open it up, and allow it to stay exactly how we want it to stay. Can you see? So we have done that. Can you see? We've done that. If we are attaching this to a dress, this part, let's confirm the knot. Okay, let it sit well at the middle. Okay, so the middle of this knot must align with the seam line. Okay, now we inserted there. Okay, so that has been done. That has been ensured. The next thing you want to do, if you are attaching this to a dress, by this time you'll be attaching this part to the part that the zipper will pass through, right? So since we are not attaching directly to a dress, it's a detachable cape, we'll just go in there and sew. Okay, we'll just close from here and then try it on for you to see the finished result. Detachable cape is ready. Our cape is ready. Just try to be as neat as possible. Turning it out, we have this. This is the back, beautifully finished. So you see it on a model and see the final look. So here I am putting on the cape. Can you see it on me? Okay, the difference here is that the inspiration is made with scuba fabric, so it is a thicker form of fabric. For you to get exactly this inspiration, you need a thick fabric. Okay, scuba will do a perfect job for you. For me, I'm just using Ankara, as I mentioned earlier. So Ankara gives us this. Is still beautiful, as you can see. The style is the same, the fabric is different. Try it out and make sure yours is more beautiful than mine.